Hey everybody, this is the 2017/2018 sketchbook that I drew during 2017 and 2018. It usually takes like a year to make these things, and I just filmed this entire video and realized I didn't push record. So I'm gonna go quicker through this. Good practice. Okay, got this book in Iceland back in 2017, and while on this amazing adventure, this is a picture encompassing all of that and the story about it. Going to Iceland with my buddy Matt before he got married. Just a nice little intro. Looking back at this book, I was like, was I really inspired this year in drawing everything in this book? I wasn't really sure, but looking through it again, yeah, inspired as heck. So, real quick, there's a lot of friendship adventure in this. This is a game I was making along the way. And hopefully this is not blurry. There's a lot of characters. It's like a crossing paths of all these friends. There's Mulder and Boulder. Here they are on a train. There's Lick and Tig. Tig is Lick's vegetable friend. And then there's Mindy, who's kind of doesn't really have a lot of friends. And then there's Hoodie and Heather, which are not in Friendship Adventure. Scratch that. But these are characters I drew a lot during the year, and I had a blast drawing these guys. You'll see a lot more of them, and sometimes I'll draw this lyric-inspired drawings. So here's some documentation of the trip to Iceland, Matt, myself, random made-up character. But Iceland is an amazing place. I think I got a picture right here coming up. Mulder and Boulder. And this right here, this is kind of a picture describing Iceland. Just like waterfalls and just big sprawling land where you just basically, if you want, you should go out and explore it. But here they are exploring it, and yeah, it was amazing. Totally cool, great place. Super expensive Taco Bell. And then this is like, I guess, Hoodie and Heather's house. And could be Hugh Jackman. Not my favorite picture. It's like, blah, whatever, blah. This is something, a recurring thing. I think there's only one of them in this book. Morality test, which is basically a question for an odd situation, and your response really tells a lot about what kind of idiot or jerk you are. So it's fun. And then we got just a lot of random things. I'm always drawing random floating shapes and stuff. Jordan, my friend. I drew a lot of stuff on the train on the way to the city, San Francisco, doing volunteer work throughout the year. And this is something I've been doing, which is, looking back at it, yeah, I just felt like, hey, I'm going to draw some thematic things all separate from each other, a lot of different element stuff, and then some ugly faces. So that was fun. And then floating islands. Gotta love the floating islands. Yeah, I could explain the technique. Heck yeah, let's explain the technique. So I use these to draw. I use a pencil. I use this cool Pentel pencil. They're really great. I love them. They're cheap. They're the best ones I know. And then we got ink those in with I like to use these now, microns, but not too thin, because thin is like awful. It's just awful. And then we got Prismacolor pens, which expensive-ish, but they are super good for filling in with color. And I don't like Copic; those are awful. And then we got OptiFlow from Staples. Whoa! These are amazing. They're good for drawing really quick. But then I draw in. Sometimes I'll use colored pens from Papermate. They're Inkjoy pens, really cheap. They're amazing to fill in around. This example right here. We have just filled in drawings, and then they are what they are. So that's how I do. That's what I use. Hold on, let's get back. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, then we got some random stuff. do a lot of random shapes and junk. And just do it, man. Yeah, people ask me like, oh, how do you think of this stuff? I'm like, I literally just start drawing stuff, and it comes out to be this weird thing, blobby thing. More random stuff, floating islands and stuff. Gotta love those. These are all various creatures, types of characters from Friendship Adventure. We got, let's see what we got. We got Subdweller right here. Subdweller. There's a Stickman, we have Human, and we've got Subconscious, and Vegetable Guy, that's, Tig, and we got Alien Visitor, and Boulder, who's Stickman, but he's also Boulder. Boulder's Boulder. He's a interesting species of his own. And shout out to Lucas and Claire for drawing or coloring and inspiring this drawing. Okay, then we got drawing by Owen, and yeah, this dude I met. It's interesting. Is this blurry? Tostin, is this blurry? These guys, I like to draw Cyclops guys, so I made like this family of Cyclops people, and they're cool. I like them. Been drawing them for years, and we've got just a whole bunch of random things again. I love doing this. It's just the best. Just random little thingies. I like this guy a lot. What's Up, Doc? That's the Barbra Streisand movie we watched from the 60s, and it was hilarious. Shout out, my dad hates Barbra Streisand movies. Okay. Weird SpongeBob stuff. We got, oh yeah, more characters. Mindy and this character, which is kind of related to the end of the game, so we're not going to talk about. Drawings here from a trip to Portland. These are made by Eli, Thomas, and Caleb. Super cool triplets who are like 7, maybe 8 now. I don't know. So they drew all these things. Oh, I asked them to draw what I should draw, and so I drew this upside down house. Whatever. Anyways, but this, I gotta talk about this. So Eli drew this, and he's 7, and he draws this. Like he'll draw the drawing over and over and over, and like I don't know what it is. It's crazy weird, and it's like, those movies where like the kid is just like, he's like, the aliens are communicating to this kid through messages or something. He's like, oh, I have to draw it. This means something. I don't know. But this is basically what he draws, and it's just like weird. Like, what is this thing, man? It's great. And then we got a fidget spinner. and a elephant hand. So like, man, look out for Eli. He's a interesting, weird kid who loves poo-poo. Oh yeah, and this is a flower I found growing outside some building in Washington, I think, or Oregon. And some other stuff. This picture took a long time to make. These were all different cities and locations from Friendship Adventure, and this is the very last spot that needed to be filled in this book. And I put it off for like 2 months. Finally drew it just the other day. But yeah, there's all these towns that you travel through. Let's take a look at them real quick, because they are kind of cool. I love drawing like floating islands and stuff. So that's Top City, there's Seaside, there's Subterraria, underground, and there's Seasons End, which you don't see in the game, which you should be able to if I finished it. Palms and Tropics, that is related to the story. We got, what is that? Oh, Seasons End, yeah. And then we got the last one, which is Cold Phase Junction, which, man, I wish I had what it took to make this game, finish it, because that part of the game is pretty dope. And some cool music by Toby Fox, who made music for the game. And, oh yeah, speaking of which, there's probably music playing right now from Friendship Adventure. I spent like a year and a half making this game demo, and it's, and actually a lot more of that, reality TV fan. Or reality TV characters, like if there was a show about flaming people, and Anyways, yeah, so I made all this soundtrack of like dozens and dozens, like 80 tracks or something, I can't remember. And yeah, it's cool, it was fun. Help from Nick making this weird drawing, that was fun. And these are all like derpy Zelda bosses. Fucking Tig, doing the little explory thing, making maps, and then there's Hoodie and Heather again. There's Hoodie right there, I mean Heather, I don't know why I can't get that right. Oh yeah, some art from 20th Century Boys. If anybody knows that manga, it's like, whoa! No, Key. I can't remember his name. Urasawa, that guy made it. And then there's Ed, Ed and Eddie, probably second favorite cartoon show ever. And just a bunch of stuff. And we got some other stuff. And that is James from Pokemon, which is like probably one of my favorite cartoon characters. Come on, James. You gotta love James, man. He's the best. Man, James. Alright, so there's a bunch of characters. Oh, these aren't characters. These are friends of mine. These are kind of like, this is basically a collage of the friends that I usually, over the years or recently, have just been like, we get together, we make stuff happen, like creativity-wise. Yeah, pretty cool. And then, we got some more of them. And these guys right here, I love these guys. So I love drawing like food monsters. We got Pizza Worm, Cinnabolob, love Garbage Crab. Gotta love this guy right here. Macaroni Noodle Box Slug, Aluminum Domesticus, and Pizza Box Monster. Pizza Box Monster, and some stuff from the city. So it's just some cool, awesome, like probably looking Tig stuff here. And then we got stuff. Stuff. But yeah, just I love making these islands, man. These floating islands. Look at this. This is what I love making. Man, you gotta love it. You know, honestly, I think I got the idea for making these inspiration first from Tetris Attack on the Super Nintendo. They had these like floating islands in between, for each level. Man, those were awesome. Just the best. This is some Jonny RPG drawings, or it's my autobiographical comic I secretly draw in these books. They're just like I document life and stuff. Oh yeah, there's a lot of plans from Friendship Adventure in here, but come on, yeah, just like I'll document my life, like my friends and stuff. It's all blurs. It's all blurskis. Oh yeah, this is some plans from the musical we're making now. So, yeah. So distracted from drawing quite a lot this year. One reason, Friendship Adventure. Another reason, this musical that we're making right now, and getting back into the movies. So that's been a lot of awesome fun. I keep changing the focus. This is Jordan's camera. Thanks, Jordan. Your camera's amazing. Character from Friendship Adventure, Heart Moon, named after someone of us know. My friend knows. Old lady named Heart Moon. Great name. Come on. It's gotta be. This is a hippie name. Come on. That's amazing. Oh yeah, fill every page. That's what I was doing throughout this. Like even if it's got a bunch of stuff behind it, fill it with drawings. So like that one drawing was like the last one before, and that was because I filled everything else. And then this is drawn in the style of a manga artist who did artwork for the old player's guides for Zelda games, and yeah, all those Game Boy and Super Nintendo ones. And dude's like made the coolest drawings for Zelda that like I didn't even know about too recently. I was like, this is amazing. So I drew it in that style. And then what is that? That's actually a Link to the Past. Oh, Link's Awakening for the Zelda game for the Game Boy, mixed with Earthbound. Ah. Some more drawings from In the City, and just weird stuff. This is drawn. These are characters from an Earthbound-inspired game that my friend would like to make. Eric Andel. He he has this amazing idea for this game. I don't even know the plot or anything. It's just he has all these characters and it's just like amazing looking, and it's really cool. And then we got whatever this is. Like I really, honestly, like, what am I drawing? Like, what is this? I just don't know. I just draw stuff. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, this is my idea of the future mixed with now. So well, it's like this is me like looking into the future, which, as you can tell, is pretty improved over our current world. But yeah, I draw some of the stuff sometimes. And then drawings from some of our friends: Nick, Pearljoy, Cameron, and Alexis, totally awesome artist. Who's that guy? Jeremy? Oh yeah, okay. Did I forget something? Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, you gotta do this, man. If your pictures aren't coming together, just cover it in highlighter. Just outline everything. Makes it like 1,000 times cooler. Yeah. Mission accomplished. And some Tetons characters. We won't talk about the Tetons. It's in the past. Rage Quit. Some weird dude on the train. And dinosaur. I draw a picture of myself every year. The last day of the year since I was born. So this was the year for 2017's end. And that's me looking a little weird. Some random stuff. Hockey stick slug. This is Nate and Celeste. Nate and Celeste are characters in Friendship Adventure that are based on real people that I just incidentally met one day. They're just a couple, like a sister and brother. They're just young guys, young kids. And I always wondered, it's like you see these people just for a few seconds, like I wonder whatever became of these people. And they kind of work their way into Friendship Adventure just briefly. And one of the little side plots. And then we got Mike Luminog, which is my favorite cartoon show ever, from Cartoon Network. And they're just like, I love that show. It's funny, I would say growing up, but really, like, when it was out, I was probably like 16 or 15, I don't know, or older. And I just love that show, man. And it's great. Lancelot! And then Mega Man stuff, derpy Mega Man characters. I don't know what this guy is. It's great. And that's Flurpy from Teforum game. And some other weird stuff. This is kind of how my drawings go now. I'll draw like it's kind of separated. It's a separate day, but a lot of faces and stuff, and then it just gets like super abstract, and I just don't know what I'm making. But I like doing that. It's fun. It's like it's structured, then just turns into weird shapes and stuff. This actually, like, I usually draw random stuff, but this is kind of a mixture of not random and random, because I just randomly wrote down things and then drew them. And I like that hero is I don't know, he's like, he works for Best Buy or something. And then we got like this flame one is awesome. I like vegetable dudes. Alright, moving on, random stuff again. And this was actually pretty thought out in a way. I was on the train and I thought about something finally before drawing, and this was basically looking in through the city. This is the upper level, this is the street level, and then we go into like down into the station, then you go down into the where the track is, and then you go into the train, and I was sitting about here. So it's all, oh gosh, different layers, and this was fun. Line drawing with reflection. I don't know. I've never done that before. Line drawing reflection. Reflections are not my thing, but I really like drawing for sure. I wish it, whatever, blurred better. Oh, okay. We got random stuff. Isaiah drew this. We got some city documentary things. I don't know. Drawings with Nick. Those were fun. And there's Jordan sleeping on the train again. He hates me drawing him on the train when he's asleep. It's great. And, Pearl Joy drew this. Good, super great drawing friend of mine. Yep. And we got, yeah, so like I really don't know why I draw certain things. This was at a art get together we had where we just like took a bunch of references of pictures and just drew them. This guy's like Keith Sweat, and he's from the 80s movies or music or something. And but like I don't know, I don't know. Like why do I draw stuff like this? Like that, the fire with the inset line thing. I don't know. Like I just started drawing. You know, it's weird. And just whatever strikes my creative fancy. Sounds weird. Oh yeah, then we got these. So that pen I talked about, what is it, the Inkjoy? Oh, not Inkjoy. These Optiflow pens. These are like amazing. I love using them. Just like different pens allow me to do different things. And this one allows me to draw really quick. And what I'm able to do is, whoa, hello. Just draw pictures from my computer or just like in real life, as you'll see in a second, of just like real quick. I try to draw really quick and sloppy, and it just like, there was something I did a couple years ago or a few years ago where I would fill these books with bad drawings. Like I would just draw poorly on purpose and just fill them with bad drawings. And I was able to teach myself to draw really quick and not detailed, which is a horrible example. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know, just gets ideas conveyed and stuff. I was always a perfectionist, you know, after a while. And it's like, the heck with that. So, I was drawing to myself. I don't know what that picture was going on, but nephews, Owen's brother Sawyer, and another nephew, etc., etc. Okay, moving on. Then we got, oh yes, so what I do is I bring up a bunch of photos on my computer and put them on random. I just start drawing people from them. So we got Ray, we got Oliver, my little nephew, Cameron, and Cariel, and this guy. Just look at him, he's amazing, right? And yep, all these cool people. And Fedge Girl. Alright. Some more random stuff. But only drawing ever made of a card. And Caltrains. Oh yeah, and so this is creative process thing, or like where I'm drawing something. This is just extreme example. I'm gonna just draw this weird stuff. I'm gonna draw like this. I drew something else, I drew over it. It was just like, it was lame, so it became this. And I was like posting that over it with like this going on. But this is what I'm talking about. Then I just decided, hey, I feel like I'm gonna draw lines. Like I'm gonna draw stripes of lines. I don't know why. Whoop! Okay, so the camera just ran out of battery while I was just yammering on. Anyways, yeah, so creative process, pretty cool. Alright, so we're almost done. Yes, I intentionally drew weird shapes with fluorescent paint marker over that. A real story. And some more characters. These are the characters I was drawing, you know, these main characters. Didn't draw a whole lot of comic stuff or develop them that great. Or at least not these guys. Hoodie and Heather. Oh yeah, so Hoodie and Heather. These are just characters I came up with. Heather has Hoodie hit her living jacket, hoodie jacket, and it was just the idea of like, hey, you know, what if the thing that you, the one inanimate object you love the most, that you're closest to, was alive and you're a friend? And that's what Hoodie and Heather's about. It's like, what's closer than your favorite hoodie, right? And it's kind of based a little bit on me because I grew up and I still wear hoodies of all kinds of colors. It's just something I've always done. And you gotta love them. And then there's Mindy. You see her in Friendship Adventure. She's the main character. Didn't know she was going to be the main character, and that was cool. And then Mulder and Boulder, drew them since grade school, 6th grade. And so so that's a lot of history. Lick and Tig, explorers who make maps, and they're just like best buds. And yeah, those are the characters of the year. And then one more drawing of inspired by Iceland. There was this cave in Iceland. I think it was called Boulder's Gate. You know, like the game. And it was about Boulder, where that legend came from. Or yeah, Boulder. And there was like this cave you go through, these waterfalls going down from this opening that's way up in the air. So this is actually looking up. And you can see all the birds flying around at the top of the nests and everything. And just Matt and I just climbed up this system of waterfalls. The cave wasn't this big, but it was amazing. And Iceland, yeah, it's one heck of a chunk of land. Okay, here's some drawings from on the train usually, or sitting around in the city somewhere. That's like the escalators going up. But something I've been kind of doing is drawing with those quick pens, the OptiFlow pens, of things like on the train, like just for a couple of seconds to see something and draw it. So this is like newspaper stands from a tree or in a plot, just like driving by or flying by in a train. You get a couple seconds to draw it at someone's backyard, and an overpass with like a truck underneath it, and this exit to the station. So all this stuff is like, that's something I like to do, is like just draw, well, flying by on, someone else is doing the driving. And then finally we have character sheet of a lot of the friends I've been hanging out with, and basically in the style of Earthbound, or Mother, in which at the beginning of each game you rename your, or you name the way you want characters that actually have names. So anyways, so we have like all of these different people that I've done a lot of creative stuff with, made music with, made movies with, watched a lot of movies with, making movies with right now, and art gatherings, and just working with, so all these different people. It's great people. So and family. So there you go. That's about it. That's the book. And hopefully it's not too blurry. It's just a bunch of random little things that worked their way into the book over the years. And now it's time for the next one. And that'll get started sometime soon. Yep. This is before. Video will be after. It'll probably be tore up. But anyways, that's it. Alright. Peace out.